So let's continue talking to her.
Question.
Oh, hello. Can I help you?
I hate to bother you again, but I'm very curious about the old Carnavash estate. Can you tell me about the place?
That is an interesting place. How do you like living there?
I'm not sure yet. I think it's going to take a little getting used to.
Well, I don't envy you.
Now, why do you say that? You know, people act very strange when I tell them I bought the Carnavash estate.
It's no wonder. It's rumored to be haunted. Do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in leprechauns?
Of course not. Why?
The ghost of Carno supposedly haunts the place. It's not even supposed to be safe to live there.
Well, has anybody ever been hurt? Or, God forbid, killed there?
I don't remember any deaths, but plenty of injuries. Over the years, the people who owned the place used to bring workmen in to fix things up, but invariably some bizarre accident would occur. One man had his arm chopped off, another man tumbled down a flight of stairs and broke his neck. He was paralyzed for life.
God, that's terrible. Well, maybe these men were just careless.
Maybe, that could be. Even so, you be careful, all right?
Yeah, I will.
They missed a great opportunity to make a man joke. To say, well, that could be. They were men after all. But they missed the opportunity.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I just have a simple question.
Okay, ask away.
I'm very curious. Has anybody at all lived in the Carnavash estate since Carno's death?
I'm really not sure. The Templeton family bought the place about 10 years after Carno's death. That would have been around, 1910. There was talk of turning it into a museum. Electricity was added, but because of a rash of injuries and bizarre events, it never came about.
But has anybody at all lived in the house before us?
I really don't think so. The Templetons never seemed to show any interest about the place. I think they were bothered by the reputation the estate had. Anyway, it just seemed to sit there and be handed down from father to son to grandson.
That's very interesting. Thanks.
No problem.
Well, maybe they didn't want to stay in the house as mist floating above the baby's crib and creepy paintings of his 5 wives. We'll learn about in a minute.
Hi there.
Hi. I'm very curious about Carno. Wasn't he a world-renowned illusionist?
He sure was. Carno was in his prime in the 1880s and 90s. He traveled all over the world with an extravagant magic show. We probably wouldn't be very impressed by it today, but back then they sure were. But I've heard that his magic acts tend to be a bit on the darker side.
Yes, I've had that impression. But do you know what he was like as a man?
He was very secretive. I don't think anybody really knew Carno, not even his wives.
That brings up another good question. Exactly how many wives did he have?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was married 5 times, I think. All of them from the theater circuit. Most of them were in his magic show.
That's hilarious.
Why so many? What happened to them?
Goodness, you are full of questions, aren't you? Well, let me see. 2 or 3 of them died, and as for the others, I don't know. One thing about Carno, though, that has never been proven or disproven. It is rumored he was into the black arts.
That's very interesting.
Yes, isn't it?
Not really.
Well, thanks for your time.
Sure, you're welcome.
Thinking he may have sacrificed his wives. And if you missed what I was pointing out there, it said W-E-V, stirs, for the dictionary instead of Webster's. I thought that was a nice touch.
Excuse me, Lou.
Oh, hello.
Sorry to bother you again, but I was wondering, do you know if Carno had a child?
Yes, he had a little girl, I think. Something happened to her, but I can't remember what.
She turned into mist.
Oh, that's okay. I was just wondering.
All right. Have a nice day.
Me too.
Oh, don't worry, lady. I ain't done yet. I think there's one more thing that she says.
Excuse me, Lou?
Hello, Adrian. Can I help you?
Well, I've been thinking about Carno. Do you know how he died?
I don't know the details, but one night, Carno and his wife Marie had a violent argument, after which they both lay dead. The police found them the next morning. That was in the late 1890s.
Well, where's Carno now?
I think he's buried in a tomb somewhere on your property, along with Marie.
Now that's a scary thought.
Oh, he can't harm you now. Unless, of course, you believe in ghosts.
Well, I don't. Carno's dead and gone.
Of course, dear, of course.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks, Lou.
You're welcome. Don't mention it.
She doesn't sound too happy after that. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. She's just gonna say, I'm just looking. Alright, so we learned a lot of information about our house and its inhabitants, including how he died and Marie was his last wife. You can actually go in here and talk to the realtor again, or sort of talk to him. Some hooker in there, and I'm not joking, but we're not going to bother with that. Some weird woman just walked by. I don't know who she is. Some weird guy opening the door.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This guy's name's like Horace or something. I forget. First things first, before we get some stuff from him, I'm gonna come back here and loot this place. This is hilarious. You can actually click on the sign here. Free soup bones. Yay, because I always want a soup bone. And we'll just click on the barrel now. Make sure you click on the barrel, otherwise you won't pick one up. Just put that in your pocket, right? Tasty. Sure, why not? Alright, so we got a soup bone. We actually don't need that for quite some time either. In fact, a really long time. I don't think we need that for, like, ever. But anyway, let's talk to Horace or whatever.
Sir? Do you have anything that would clear a badly clogged drain? You know, a drain cleaner?
Drain cleaner, huh? Well, let's see, let me think. Here we are. This will do the job.
Great.
You gotta be careful with that, though. That's sulfuric acid. I mean, it'll burn through practically anything.
I know, don't
Including
worry.
the pipe.
All right, then that'll be $4.75, please.
I just happen to have $5. That's so awesome that it just happened to cost almost that.
Here's 5.
All right, out of 5. And 25 cents a change.
Thank you.
Oh, put it in the tip.
You know, this is a small town.
Very.
You don't get many visitors. Are you new here?
Yeah, my husband and I just bought the old Carnavash estate. We're doing a little renovating.
The Carnavash estate? So you're the ones who moved there.
Dun 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 dun.
Now wait, why does everybody look so shocked when I tell them I bought that place? What's wrong with it?
Don't you know?
Know what?
That place is haunted.
Haunted?
Not so loud.
Who's gonna hear ya?
They say it's haunted by the ghost of that magician. What's his name?
Carno?
Yeah, that's it. They say he died a violent death there one night, along with his wife. That was almost 100 years ago. A strange thing still happened there.
Like what?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but
I just heard it.
you know, I don't keep up with those things. But if you're curious to know a little more, why, there's this old geezer. His name is Malcolm. He lives out of town a ways. He actually used to live with Carno as a boy.
As a boy? How old is this guy?
Old enough.
I haven't seen him for quite a while, but I'll tell you, he is old. He's gonna be over 100.
And you say he used to live with Carno?
That's what they say.
That's interesting. Well, thanks,
Harv.
well, thanks, Harv. You've been very informative. I'll look into this Malcolm guy.
Well, good luck.
Harv. I knew it was something like that. Horace, Harv, whatever. So we got some drain cleaner, finally. And we've learned about another house that's on the outskirts of the town. There's nothing we could do there right now. At least not at this point in time. But if you wanted to clear